Hi, I'm Brittanie Zwart. I'm a licensed clinical social worker doing online therapy in Missouri and Illinois for women who have ADHD, anxiety, are overfunctioning, have some perfectionism, things like that. And so finding stillness and finding moments of quiet can be really tough for some of my clients. And so one of the things I like to introduce first is just a mindful minute, maybe a 20 and 30-minute meditation. That might be really hard to come by. Maybe the stillness might be hard, the timing might be hard, and we can get kind of black and white thinking about doing things like this, like all or nothing, right? If I can't do the whole thing, then I can't do any. And so we start with 1 minute. And so things you want for your mindful minute, perhaps, would be, you got to think of the five senses. So smell, I have essential oils. Taste, I have a drink that I might use. This is a little soda. Touch, I have these. What else? We did touch, taste, smell, hear. I don't need anything for that. And see. I'm going to probably close my eyes, but you could look around if you needed to, maybe if closing your eyes is tough for you. And so we don't have to do all these things in the mindful moment, but it would be helpful if like you applied an essential oil. That would be something you could notice for yourself. But you're not required to do that, obviously. It's just noticing what happens around you. Really, the goal is 60 seconds. I'm going to use a timer off screen here on my phone because what we think feels like 60 seconds, man, it can feel a lot longer when you're not used to doing this. And so I remember when I was in like a training, like a little like skill building training, and we learned this activity, and I remember being like, holy cow, a minute is a lot longer than I realized. And so I think that is a great starting point. Times you could do this would be between meetings, parked in your car before and after transitions of going places or coming home from places, maybe in bed, maybe parenting, maybe before you get in the shower, maybe in the shower, whatever, right? Like 1 minute, that's what it takes, 60 seconds. And so now that we're going to do this together, the video will be about 3 minutes, but the 60 seconds part, you can implement that anywhere. You can watch this on repeat and fast forward if you want a guide, or you can just set a timer yourself now that you will have done it, okay? So we're going to take a couple deep breaths. I'm going to cue up the timer. I need to make sure I got my volume on too so I can hear it when I have my eyes closed because I'm a person that likes to close my eyes for this. Okay, so I haven't started it yet. We're going to take one more big deep breath in. And starting now, and I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to just notice my senses. Oh, I was just about to say, don't forget your breath, but there's our minute. Okay, so come on back. Obviously, this isn't an exchange, so I can't hear you, but I'm going to name the things that I was noticing. We had a big snow here in St. Louis a couple weeks ago, and it's finally above freezing, and I was noticing that I was hearing the drips, the sound of the melting snow. So I kept hearing that kind of rhythmic dripping. I could hear the sound of my space heater, which is just kind of like white noise. I like that. Some cars driving by. I could feel that I kind of need to do some stretching, so I felt some tension in my muscles. My hands are kind of cold, and I forgot to grab one of my stones, so I noticed that I was kind of missing that. I was feeling the absence in my hand of something grounding to kind of hold on to. I didn't notice any taste or smell. I didn't actually use any of the essential oil that I love to use because I just wanted to see what that was like today, and I kind of forgot because I'm recording, so it's harder to do the same things you might always do. But it was interesting. It went faster today than it does for me other times, but I wonder if for you it felt a little long. And as you get used to this, a minute doesn't seem as long, and you kind of build your stamina up to longer times of just sitting with yourself. And so if 5 minutes is hard, 10 minutes is hard, start with 1 minute instead of trying to start big. That's my tip for the day, and I hope you're doing well. Take care.